Okay, hello everybody. We're the casual ones. Welcome back. This is Snowcatch Valley, the fall of '99. If you didn't watch last season, that's mostly okay. You don't really need to have seen it to see what's going to happen next, but it may help for some character moments or a little bit of context here and there. The characters have they've gone through a year in their own personal lives since the events of the previous season, and so they may have grown and changed in ways that, if you have watched before, you'll notice. What happens when normal people stumble into the world of the super normal, and continue to try and make on with their normal lives as paranormal things linger in their memories. We first are going to kind of do a little quick recap, nothing spoilery for the first one, but the gang here were just some normal guys. They stumbled into on a camping trip, a body in the woods, and they learned that there was potentially foul play. Police involved said that it was animal attacks or potentially, maybe even a suicide. But as you guys delved into it, they had learned that something incredibly strange was afoot. And eventually they discovered that the body was not dead, that it was undead, and that it was the girl named Madison Taylor who had gone missing. In the events that followed, the gang here stumbled into strange things, changing things, shifting things, blood in vials and bottles. There was corpses that needed to be dealt with. There was evidence that needed to be removed. There was detectives that were lost forever. That was a year ago. We're now in the fall of 1999, and the four guys here have, in some degrees, tried to put the past behind them and continue on with a life that resembles normalcy. Some success, maybe. We're going to drop in, starting with Ransom in the top left. Yeah, Ransom, we see you in your downtime. It is October 31st. It is Halloween. In Snowcatch Valley, there is a celebration known as Halloweek. It is 7 days of escalating spooky, scary events, culminating in a final Halloween celebration. But to kick it off, there is a major event at the town square where you are slated to be for 8 o'clock. It is approaching that time, but you are working at the Shawshank Projectionist, or Shawshank Projection, and you are a Shawshank Projectionist labeled employee. Recently, kind of risen the ranks a little bit to.
That's right.
Yeah, always kind of a solo worker to begin with, but now a manager, which means additionally you get to do something very cool, which is prep the Shawshank Projectionist outdoor movie screenings that happen in the parking lot out back. So you get to create that set list for Halloween, and you also don't have to work there while the movie is running, which is doubly great. If we zoom in on Ransom in his final moments on his shift today, what do we see?
Well, the first thing you see is that Ransom is dressed head to toe in the best character out of the new Star Wars movie, which is Darth Maul. Black Sith outfit, red and black face paint, painted over top of his little soul patch that he's been trying to grow over the last year. But he's gathering up the movies. He's getting ready to bring those outside, and he's got a brand new stack of recently released films. He's especially curated this. We're going to start off with The Mummy tonight. A new Brendan Fraser flick, get everybody excited, get them in with an action film. Then we're going to bring it down, make it real serious with The Sixth Sense. And then we're going to finish the night off by scaring the pants off of everybody with The Blair Witch Project.
Jesus. Even imagining that gradient of turn to horror, ending a night at like 2 a.m. watching The Blair Witch Project. That would be an incredible vibe. So as you're setting up that set list, you set up the tapes out on the back table, everything decorated in the store to the best of a Halloween capabilities. You got jack-o'-lanterns and bats and cobwebs all over the place. The back lot is still buzzing with lots of families for the most part show up for the early shows, and teenagers linger as the nights goes on to the scary hours. How does Ransom get to the town square ending his shift? Does he have a mode of transportation?
Yes. Well, you see, he just recently saved up enough to buy himself an old secondhand Ford Probe.
Oh,
that's
damn.
right. Yeah. It's his pride and joy. It costs him pretty much every paycheck to try and keep the thing running. But he's got himself a car now.
Damn.
No more trying to bum rides off Jimmy. It's mostly the fact that he had to listen to us so much, no doubt, that he tried to get himself a vehicle in the first place. It's mostly just Limp Bizkit in the car. It's like 3 CDs. But yeah, it's about 7:45. Kind of like drops the stack on, explains to the more pimply faced kid the order to drop them in, and gets ready to leave. I'm like, God, these contacts are killing me.
Because you have Darth Maul eye contacts.
Darth Maul like yellow eye contacts.
Yeah. They're just itching already, and you've got hours of night still left to live. And as Ransom, you kick off into your Ford Probe. It barely starts as usual, but eventually you make your way towards Halloween. The newfound fear already in your mind, which is, where the hell are you going to park this thing? And a problem you never had to worry about in the past. We continue towards Jimmy, the inspiration for Ransom's car, the inspiration for Ransom's change in music choices, and a reflection on what Jimmy had done in the past year, which caused him to go on a bit of a road trip. Do you want to quickly catch us up to what you did in the last year and what you're doing moments before 8:00 tonight?
Yeah, so Jimmy, decided to take a bit of a road trip. Was pretty convinced that I had the skills to make it big. So took a road trip in Gwen, my beautiful car, and made a trip over to LA to see if I could make it. Unfortunately, things didn't go necessarily as planned. Saw some success playing in the clubs, but nothing big, no big break. So I decided that I was going to come back and really get serious about this thing, that I needed to branch out and learn a little bit more. So decided to get expand my horizons musically. So I ended up picking up a bit of a second job, somewhat, much more like volunteer work, where I'm now working at the radio station, WSCV, where the hits start coming and they don't stop coming.
Is that a brand new slogan they've come up with?
It is surprisingly recent. Yes,
contemporary. Perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jimmy, you've settled in at the college radio station. It is the beginning of Halloween. Oftentimes there is the mandatory every hour on the hour. You've got to hit the Halloween classics. A bit of a snoozeville moment for you where you flip the switch and you've got Monster Mash.
Yep.
Mostly it's just Monster Mash and then remixes of Monster Mash. Is Rob Zombie, has he hit the radio yet with Dragula? I think so. You get the Halloween
Jimmy
classic.
knows, and if Jimmy has it, he plays it.
Yeah. And as you're looking around, you're actually noticing that things are a bit of a buzz. You are motioning to people to, get stuff ready, hit the loops again as you're going through the Halloween loops. The next show is supposed to be starting. But the assistant to the showrunner, Laura, again, nowhere to be seen. This is college. People don't always show up. It's Halloween, especially, not a crazy surprise. But you see that the next shift is like definitely short staffed as you start to pack up your things. And they are, hands running through their hair, frustrated, trying to set things up. And the set list for the next show is gone. And they're as you know, probably going to have to wing it. Around you see a wall of differently labeled tapes and CDs, and you know that they're just going to have to pick on the fly and try and make something fun out of that.
Yeah,
but it's not your problem.
It's not. I do take kind of a quick check of the watch, grab a few tapes of my own unique brand, kind of lay them out for them, and just kind of give them like a.
You can tell
they probably.
Yeah, they definitely appreciate that. And they give you a nod and then go back to their frenzied work of getting the schedule updated. Again, where the hell is Laura? And then you're out of there. Break out into the night air. It's cool. It's dark. Everything is slick with rain that's passed hours ago, and the street lights are glittering. How do you get down to the town square?
Oh, the only way Jimmy knows how to travel. I'm gonna get in my 1994. It'll start. I get in my candy red 1994 Pontiac Sunbird, modified, in case you've forgotten.
Of course,
got a custom sound system in it. Don't want to brag, but it's pretty good. And I'll probably I'll put on a bit of lit, my own worst enemy. Start it there and just run through some of the different mixes I have and drive my car Gwen down to the festival.
Yeah, and as you're taking it down through the streets, you were noticing that it is already, Snowcatch is a bit of a small town. It's got numbers, but at the same time, you don't see that many people out at times like this. But today, the streets are packed, and you can see that there are groups of people and families and teens. They are all making their way in their little circles of friends and family towards the town square. As you just drive down the main street from the college, you see easily 200 people in the streets. This celebration is a big one, and you know that around this time you are also seeing some groups of families making their way back with younger kids, and that things are going to start filtering out, which brings us
sorry, really quick, as I'm driving through, is there like any music playing like in the streets at all?
Around here, not too much. It's mostly roads and residential, with some city buildings. But for the most part, once you get to the downtown, is where the festivities will be, and you're just a few minutes away from that.
Yeah, then I'm gonna reach across at a stoplight, roll down one window, roll down my window, and put on Wild Wild West by Will Smith, and really just get everybody bumping
in that Halloween mood. Yeah,
in that Halloween mood, and it switches over to Miami after that, and things just. Got to get everybody.
You don't think MIB was more appropriate?
No.
Okay,
definitely not.
Right.
That was last season.
West had a mechanical spider. Nothing scarier. Steampunk spider.
Spiders, baby. Jesus. Yep. And that'll bring us over to Brody. Brody, you're hitting that ice. This is what you do. It is something that you've buried yourself in over the last year, especially. The college has its ice rink all year round for the most part. They let it melt down occasionally, but for the most part, you're out there training. And today you just find yourself hitting it extra hard, seemingly focused. You're where usually you would be distracted. In the summer leading up to this fall, you especially were distracted. You had been combing over tapes that you had recorded from the TV, watching things on playback, collecting strange magazines, talking about things similar to the things you've bumped into in the last year. So what has Brody been going through up until now that you're willing to share?
Yeah, so Brody has become quite the paranoid person within the last year, thinking that the police are after me and the rest of the gang. So been hitting that Dateline hard, been hitting that Unsolved Mysteries episodes hard. I have an encyclopedia of notes and stuff. But yeah, so I've been training really hard because coach had been talking to me, saying that I haven't been good enough in the past few weeks. So I've been hitting the ice hard. And as I'm getting ready to kind of go down to the festival, just going to grab a baseball cap, get it really low, just to make sure nobody can kind of know who I am. and I'm going to stop by my parents' house super quick at the pizza joint.
Okay.
Or at the pizza joint, I should say. I'm going to put my stuff in the locker there and then make my way over to the festival.
Okay, Brody, how do you make your way around town? Is it the Telltale family van, or have you adopted means of transportation of your own?
No, I just bike. I just bike everywhere, trying to keep my cardio up. I don't need no cars, unless Jensen, unless Jimmy and Ransom are in town or around. I can catch a ride with them, but mostly on bike.
Okay. So yeah, you get into your bike. You've got a backpack. It's making static, and crackles and interesting noises as you bike your way along down the street. A sound that you've almost kind of considered to be your own white noise, as the device within makes comforting noises to you. And you make your way down to the town square. Fresh off the ice, equipment stored at home and everything, and that takes us over to Angel, who is finally wrapping up a shift. It's minus 40 degrees. Any facial hair and any hair exposed underneath the hat and clothing are frosted over completely. Around him, you hear the echoing sounds of a warehouse as he rides his pallet jack through the dark. Nearly total dark, as a robot device speaks into his ear and says, D23, 6 units.
Okay. And just lean into it and just slowly drive towards aisle D.
And you see Angel work through a large, seemingly barren warehouse, aside from the endless rows of produce and random things frozen in boxes and laid about the entire warehouse. It is nearly silent, except for the endless blow of the freezing, frigid air at the end of several of these hallways, blowing towards Angel, freezing his breath as he breathes. And as you reach that location, you hear an affirmative beep in your ear, and it says, count 6. What do you do?
Cool. I go in with the pallet jack and pull up 6 units onto a pallet.
Yeah, and you feel yourself building up this cube, this seemingly pointless feeling of reverse Jenga, where every day you are going through the aisles, stacking things back together, wrapping them in plastic, dropping it off, doing it again. And this has been something you've been doing for the last little while. Something to make more money. You guys last year had gone through a lot of shit and really low on a lot of resources. And just in general, you'd been just day trading, and last year people have been buzzing on the computer, talking about how things are going to change, about how banks aren't going to be working come the new year, how the clocks are going to adjust and everything's going to go poorly. And there is a lot of buzz online.
I've been transferring all my money in the bank into gold and silver.
Yeah.
Stashing it away, just in case.
And the buzz is real. People are really going at it, and it pushed you into even, doing some real labor. But limited. Let's not get crazy here. You're picking up a shift for someone who had been called out second day in a row, and it's a little bit on your nerves. Thankfully, end of your shift, you drive the pallet jack towards the exit unloading area, take off the snowsuit, set up everything, hang up the radio equipment on the hooks, and you see your manager give you a nod. Definitely appreciative that you have taken up several shifts in a row for someone who's just not showing up.
Yeah, I do the silent nod and the wave, and they return the favor and step into their office, and you are free. How does Angel make his way to the town square? Undo the ponytail because got to keep the hair and the hairnet and everything. Just make my way to the bus stop.
Nothing worse than being in a rush, getting off a shift, looking at your clock, and waiting for the bus.
This is legitimately my real life.
I phone up the number on the bus stop, find out when the bus is going to be there. I gotta wait 2 minutes.
Yeah, you gotta wait a little bit, but thankfully with Snowcatch, they've got like 6 buses, and somehow they can actually stay on time. The small infrastructure of just 6 of these things, 6 routes, I should say, and they're able to keep on time within maybe 2 minutes of being late. Boom, you're on board the bus. You show off that sweet bus pass that's starting to really be worth its value. Yeah. And slowly you make your meandering way towards what you hope is a town square without any transfers.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Unless you're going home first.
Oh, yeah, because I want to get rid of the work boots and everything. And
you got to get comfortable.
Change into the costume even. Like, it's only going to be a quick change, but, you got to get dressed and
of course
get out of those.
You make that transfer then. What happens at the apartment?
Well, get off the work boots and, like, all the layers that I'm wearing. And I put on my costume of the dude. The dude capitalized. Yeah, the dude from the Big Lebowski.
Excellent.
Yeah, I even shaved down, so it's just like the goatee. Ruffle the hair because it's long. I've been going out of my way to grow it.
Nice.
Mix myself a White Russian, and I'm at the door.
I love that. Just keeping it in hand, and then you walk off to the bus stop sipping.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So yeah, we leave Angel's apartment. He makes his way onto the bus, and almost perfect timing. 8:15. You are downtown, town square, where Jimmy and Ransom are just getting there, having parked their cars. It's a 10-minute walk from the actual festivities, but what are you gonna do? It's middle of the night for the Halloween events, and this is the best you got. As Ransom and Jimmy, you guys come together. There is a large gateway, and beyond it, you see that the town square and the old buildings here. They kind of rise up into the darkness. You see that there are a ton of little buildings that are decorated, and there's lights going on beyond it. There's a wrought iron black metal fence that's wrapping the event. With a gate for entryway where you pay for your tickets. And as you guys kind of both approach, you hear that telltale sound of Brody braking as his bike comes up behind you guys.
Is he skidding?
or is it the squeak of like a bare brake pad, like
Yeah.
on the wet tire?
He's doing his hockey breaks, his hockey stop, but with a bike.
Yeah.
It's the cart and the spokes that really gives it away.
Yeah. And at the same time, you guys see Angel walking away down the street. Gives you a little wave, and you guys are accumulating with maybe 20 or so other people that are crowding around at the gates of the Halloween festival. What do you do?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey man, things are good. How's it going with you?
Not too bad. You able to find parking okay? Because I had to walk like 5 minutes away. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always like this when the town actually does something, But
Yeah, they kind of went all out this year.
yeah.
Angel, I thought you said you were going to wear a costume.
I am. What are you talking about?
Okay. I get it.
That's
Do
just
you?
like your opinion, man.
Do you?
I do. I've seen it.
It brings
I'm
the
not the
room
only one
together,
that respects the goddamn rules around here.
Yeah, looking at Jimmy and Brody, definitely not wearing costumes.
No.
Unless Brody figured out something on the way. But
No, I didn't have time.
Are you doing like a Mighty Ducks thing?
No, the gear would have been too heavy to lug around all day.
But
But
you could be Averman. The Quack Attack is back, Jack. Mighty Ducks too, no?
I didn't watch the movie.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Doesn't sound real.
come
to me,
back over to Shawshank after tonight. I'll lend it to you on the down low. You got to watch it.
It's so good.
Yeah. Well, Ransom,
you
I
guys-
was gonna ask if I could borrow the new Star Wars movie. I haven't seen it yet.
But
That
you're gonna have
clearly
to
you have.
you're gonna have to try and beat other people to it. But listen, don't bother. Unless you're watching it for this guy, Darth Maul. He's pretty cool. But other than that, the movie's kind of a piece of shit.
I don't know, man. The score's good. It's got good music.
I thought
Yeah,
the kid who
but-
played Anakin did great.
A good score, a great movie does not make.
Damn, did everybody see the movie?
Have you not
Yeah.
seen the movie?
Like almost
I'm-
everybody in the world saw that movie. What do you mean?
Yeah, I've been a little busy. Okay, I don't have
You make time for Star Wars.
As you look around, you see like there's 4 kids dressed as Anakin. There's like 6 Darth Mauls. A
Lightsabers
frightening number
Is there a
of Jar
fucking
Jar
Jar Jar?
Binks.
Mother... I get it. The
Almost-
brass knuckles. No joke.
Yeah.
At
I'm gonna
least
point to
one
that
of
kid.
every
Yo,
parent.
He looks so cool.
I make a point that every time Jar Jar Binks walks by, that I turn on the lightsaber.
He's so scared, and they run away.
Do you
I
like
say
have
nothing.
to make the juju noise with your mouth every time, Ransom?
I don't have to, but like it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, it sells
It's
it. I
great.
like it. Do it.
You know, make it sound like a hair shaver.
Be careful not to cut yourself.
Ooh, good point.
And as you guys are talking, you guys hear the person, the ticket taker, call out, "Next group, come on, get your tickets."
That's us.
Yeah.
That'll be like $5 each.
Whoa,
Okay,
hold
yeah.
on.
Hmm?
Pretty sure the flyer said 3.
What's that?
And I pull out the flyer that I've been carrying around in my pocket.
Hey,
Like,
It
wait,
says
man.
right here, man,
Yeah.
$3.
It does say 3.
He takes the flyer and kind of gets a closer look at it, and you can see for a moment there is like actual full confusion as they look at it, and squint and go, "Ah, shit." And you look
Man, you've
and you
made
see the register
bank today,
full of
haven't
$5
you?
bills.
Oh, you just ripped off everybody, huh?
Dude.
Oh, man,
Since
I
you've
knew
gotten all
t-shirt.
that money, you can let us go in for free. You've been charging $2 extra per person.
And then we'll pretend like you never even saw the flyer, man. What flyer?
You know what, Brody? Make a manipulate check for me. Let's get our first roll here.
Brody
Yeah.
beat me to it by half a second.
Oh yeah.
It's 2 6s, if I remember right.
Yes. Yeah.
2 6
That's a 10.
That's a success. So for anyone not aware, we do a slightly modified version of Monster of the Week. You roll 2d6. 7 to 9 is okay success. 10 plus good success. Everything works out. So 10, yeah, you get it. You see this guy look at the stash of 5s in the cash register. Looks at you guys and says, "Okay, don't tell anybody." Well,
Tell anybody what?
Nah,
hey,
we're cool, man.
all right.
I didn't say anything.
All right, hurry. And
We're going
as he's calling you guys through, he goes, "Mary, I think I fucked up again."
Did he happen to smell like eggnog or whiskey? Because I know that stuff's gonna be hitting the convenience stores pretty soon.
He doesn't actually seem like he's drunk or anything. Legitimately, the entire night was just charging $5, and no one raised any questions to him until you guys had. Sometimes people are too polite to even do the right thing, which is save $2 per entrance.
And I look at the flyer and I say, honestly, man, like the font's kind of weird. That could be a 5 in the right or wrong light.
Yeah,
You know
maybe
what I mean?
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's probably
good,
it's the
man.
flyer. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the flyer.
right.
You're good.
Mary, we got to change the flyer. It's got the wrong number. Oh boy, she's gonna be a little pissed.
Buy her
But-
something with the money.
Oh, let's not mention the money. Please go.
I'm going, yeah, buy.
Next, come get your tickets. And he gets back into his character and starts pulling the next people in as you are urged by. And as he says that, he pulls a little lever and the gate opens up. The metal wrought iron gate opens up on a little mechanism, very squeaky, very jerky fashion. And you are entered into the grounds, and it closes behind you. What you guys see in front of you it's the town square. You've seen it. You even a year ago you had stopped by where the winery had been. It's somewhat in this area, though closed at the moment. I should actually get the name of that because it's been a while. Split and Grape. if you remember.
Right.
Yeah.
It is currently lights out, darkened beyond the decorations, but in front of you, you see the square itself, which is old cobblestone, still glistening from the leftover rain. You see the town monument in the a little bit in the distance, surrounded by what looks like trees, which are normally not there. You see cobblestone under the trees in some fashion, as if there were dragged in these slats on wheels, just bare dark trees with cobwebs dropped all around them to make it look like there's a bit of a dead forest in the middle of the town square. The town square is oddly enough a circle, with the monument in the center and the cobblestone road leading around it. And this road leads you to several of the other events that you see. And there are people milling about everywhere. To the side, there is the town, city hall, the town hall more than anything. It is the oldest building in Snowcatch. It is old black brick. It has most of its original foundation from maybe even beyond what the founding date of this city claims to be. And you see the silhouetted look of gargoyles and grotesques against this almost fort-like building that has now been repurposed for your modern day town hall. Beyond you, you see immediately what looks to be a scarecrow turn on a dime, wiggling about with very little balance. And Ransom, you see someone that you vaguely are familiar with. Maurice Cervantes, a very eccentric art dealer, artist as well. He has shown up occasionally at some of your parents' art shows, always with these bizarre creations, vignettes, models of things that have been around town he was creating for a long time. And you can see that he's created himself as one now in the shape of some sort of some sort of scarecrow type man, on a spinning, pivoting, basically a black painted Lazy Susan, where he can turn around without moving his legs with a ski pole. And as he turns to you, he holds out one of the flyers and notices that you already have one, and says, "Oh, welcome to the Halloweek. Are you here for the monster hunting?"
Oh.
No, man. No, we've already done that.
You've already done that. Can you give me the special code and entered for the prize?
Don't think that's what you
we're
meant,
not
Jimmy.
supposed to talk about it. We wanted to talk to you about the font on the flyer.
Is there a problem?
The 3 looks like a 5 to some people. I just wanted to make sure you... Just
This
a heads
one?
up, man. Yeah.
On this flyer?
Yeah.
I don't think
Some
I
people
can
were
fix
confused.
that for you.
Oh, sorry, man. That's my bad.
No,
Ransom, give the man the code.
Yes.
Up, down, down, BA, select, start.
That is the third time I've heard that today, and I don't understand.
That's okay. It's never mind. So what's this about a monster hunt?
So welcome to the Halloweek. There is a annual festivities if you've not been before. This year we have a monster hunt. On the grounds there will be several monsters, each one with a clue that leads to the next one. The person who collects all the monsters and finds the end code will be entered into the grand prize. There are several prizes. Some are monetary value, some are gift certificates. Some of them are a little more special, and you may learn about that as towards the end of the Halloween celebrations. But if you would like to, I can give you the first clue, and you can begin your way through the festivities, where hopefully along the way you will find the hidden monsters.
So I do have one question for you.
It's
What
not
kind of
about the
monsters are we
flyer.
talking?
Okay.
Are we talking like real monsters? Are we talking art? Are we talking people in costumes, much like yourself? Like, what's a monster?
Yeah, I've made them, so they are not people. They are art. They are just... I'm not supposed to break the illusion, really. I'm just supposed to guide you on, so if it's fine...
So the clue, then, if you don't mind.
Okay, yep. He starts rifling through his pockets, and within a moment, he brings out a note pad which has a bunch of little things on it, written in a pretty messy handwriting. And it says, "The first monstrous machination rests where it all began." And then you see him kind of raise up everything and turn around and hang out as if he is a scarecrow again.
Right.
And again, that is the first monstrous machination rests where it all began.
I turn to the group. Do you think we have to go back into the woods?
No,
No,
man.
it's
We
town
gotta go
hall.
to the Founders Monument.
Oh,
Yeah, where it all began.
where that-
the,
yeah.
town.
No, I
Not,
that was my second guess.
Maurice
man.
doesn't know that we like killed that thing.
you guys, shh.
Can you shut up?
What?
What are you drinking? And I grab it like,
White Russian.
Angel, come on, man.
What?
Yeah, it's just funny Halloween games. It's crazy.
Things are spooky.
Let's go-
Monsters
let's go-
are real.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, that's less funny. We should keep moving.
Hmm.
So where do you go?
So you guys want to do this monster hunt thing and just go check out the Founders Monument?
Yeah, sure. No reason
Yeah.
not to.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have any of my weapons though.
No, dude, I
I
think we're
left all the
gonna
stuff
be
in the
fine.
car.
Besides, I got a lightsaber.
There's gonna be like a clue at this thing, not a body.
Yeah, it's like a scavenger hunt.
I don't think we were expecting a body last time.
No,
It's true.
that's actually really fair. I think we're okay for now, though. This
Okay.
is just
Let's just play it safe
Snowcatch
though.
Town Square. Yeah,
And this time, if the cops show up, I won't talk to them.
that's probably for the best.
I've
You've done a
grown.
real good job in not doing that over the last year, right?
Yes.
Brody.
Yeah, I'm just
The brim of the hat down
yeah,
lower.
putting my hat just like hiding.
And at that moment, Brody, from your backpack, you just hear 6, 5, 4.
I'm gonna quickly take it out, just like listen, put my head in my backpack.
Yeah, he just ducks his
What
head
the
into his
fuck?
backpack. And Brody, you just
guys
hear
are-
Do we
just static.
have we
Why
Why
seen
are
this
you guys
before?
acting so weird?
Is this a normal thing for you?
I would say, Brody, if you were trying to hide, you can roll some stealth versus their
Hide in his backpack?
to hide the fact that he is peeking in at something, not to literally hide his body.
Get him.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably tell the team. I'm just gonna be like, look. I'm gonna like open the bag, and you just see like this radio that's like set to like a really specific frequency. I've been listening to the police for a year, trying to make sure they're not on to us.
You know those things are illegal, right?
Why do you think I have it in a backpack, Ransom?
Do you think maybe you should
Why do you think I'm whispering?
turn it down?
Why don't you just use headphones, man?
No, yeah. You have to get the experience, okay?
of a shoulder radio? I okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get
man,
it,
you know
dude.
what? You do what you gotta
Headphones
do.
just aren't very good. I don't know why people use them. It's not going to be like the future or anything.
It doesn't have the same sound quality. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you mishear thing. Anyway.
Yeah, you'd have to have it like directly in your ear. It's just
Yeah. It's stupid, right? Yeah. That's what
it's tough. It's tough.
That's what I keep telling my dad, but he thinks that like he keeps buying these headphones for no reason. Anyway, they're safe to say they're not onto us yet. To be honest, they've kind of stopped talking about it a few months ago. But
Cool. Just like we should.
yes, exactly.
In the
Uh,
middle
Yeah,
of the
alright.
town square, guys.
yeah. The monument.
The
Yeah,
monument, please, for the love of God. Follow the
as you
Sith.
hear, the quieting sound of static as Brody zips up his backpack a little. You make your way towards the monument. What you see is again that sprinkling of pretty tall trees. And as you draw near, you notice that these are in fact real trees. And there is a little plaque saying courtesy of, and there's just some farms that have noted they're growing trees that will be in greenhouses until winter's over and brought back out. And in the meantime, they are used to look as if there is a forest growing around the town hall, the town hall's monument, or city, what am I trying to say? Town square monument. And as you approach, you can see that the boards on wheels that they are lined on are easily like 30 feet across, 60 feet long. While they are segmented into like trailers almost, you can walk up onto this wooden plank that is like steps and walk into seemingly a makeshift forest with cobwebs. And you quickly find that you are in a little bit of a labyrinth. As the trees and cobwebs obscure your view, as you step up the wooden planks, you find yourself at a path where you splinter in two directions, left and right, with just darkness and trees in your vision. Where would you like to go?
Wow, this is pretty cool. They went all out. I say left is right because right is wrong.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can always turn around if this is the wrong way anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't we make a game out of it? Why don't we split up into two teams? One goes right, one goes left, and see who wins.
No. No, man.
Yeah. Okay. Going, Brody.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, this will be fun. I mean, come on. What's
Where's your
the
sense of adventure, Jimmy?
I lost it when. Never mind. We're not supposed to talk about it.
Team car guys,
yeah,
let's go.
all right, sure.
Bye, Jansom.
Team public transit.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's the lamest thing.
Team Transit and Team Car Jamsum split up and go their different ways. Which Jansom's going left, I guess, because it's just two options.
Yeah.
So you guys, you split off. Jimmy, Ransom, you guys first immediately notice that as you make your way down the path, the cobwebs grow extra thick and you find yourself having to like duck down and through them. Soon it's almost like a crouching sized hole where you have to like work your way through these trees and little cobwebs. As you're ducking under it, behind the cobweb reveals the face of a spider at full size, like 3 feet across, its eyes kind of glittering with red lights within them, almost like a police siren, but without sound. And it just kind of jiggles a little bit as if dropped a few inches on a rope when you guys pass by.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Ransom, I gotta be honest, man. I hate this shit.
It's all right. It's not real. I
know.
I give it a little push.
There's a lot of things that I thought weren't real, man.
Yeah, I get that. I think, like, again, we're pretty safe. These aren't even real cobwebs.
Don't fucking touch it, please,
Look,
guys.
I like pull a bunch down onto Jimmy. Like, come on, it's fine.
And as you pull it, you see the spider itself also pulls down, and a voice echoes out and goes and echoes out. Where Brody and Angel, from your distant path, moving to the right, you hear that ring out through the forest, just this somewhat haunting but also kid-friendly laughter ring out through the forest as you work your way to the right, where there are suddenly a bunch of benches with black metal and wooden seats, kind of still a little bit damp from the rain, lining left and then right and then left and then right. And then there is seemingly like a pile of newspapers wrapped up onto one of them on the left as you approach. A large mound as you get there, easily like 5 feet across, as it's like piled up almost paper mache like around one of these benches, and it vaguely in the shape of a person or something wrapping around a person.
Okay. Well, that's creepy.
He did say he made the monsters, right?
He did say it was a machination.
Yeah, see,
like paper mache.
Yeah,
So.
this must be it. I mean, can I
Take
take
a look at it?
Yeah, can I take a closer look? Is it like writing or something like on it, or like the newspaper spells out something?
As you look in and lean in and look at the newspaper, can you give me an investigate check?
Sure.
I actually don't know how good your investigate is, but
That's a 5.
a 5, not so good.
Not good.
As you're looking in on it, you swear that almost all of these newspapers date back to almost a year ago. Almost a year exactly. And while they are cut up and chopped apart and not full pages really, as they're kind of mached onto things, it just is in big words, missing, guilty, all these really strange words that are ringing out into your mind. And as you kind of lean in close, the entire thing snaps shut like a bear trap and pulls in on itself and rips into the tree line and is pulled through. Where Ransom and Brody, on your side, you see a ghost in the shape of newspapers ripped up into the sky and just hanging in front of you as you empty out into a bit of a clearing.
What the hell? We should
Hey
go
man,
check it out.
no, we should probably just go though.
No,
I don't think it's this way. We should probably just meet back up with the group. I think I heard one of them call for help.
Jimmy, you're not getting soft on me, are you?
No, man, I am. Yeah. No, this scares the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie about that. I don't like this.
I appreciate your candidness, Jimmy. I do. But you got Ransom here. I've watched every horror movie, all of them, and I know what not to do. And we should definitely walk further into these woods and investigate the ghost.
All right, man. Don't mind me. I might just start humming a little bit. And he's gonna start humming the soundtrack from Tarzan.
Yeah, just want to get closer and just see like what the hell came zipping through the forest.
Sure. Jimmy, would you like to roll keep cool for me?
Yes, I would.
And Ransom, you notice that there is just a newspaper ghost that was just pulled up on a rope.
Yeah, it's just straight up. Okay. Yeah.
That is a 9.
With a 9, you feel a little zen, just a little bit of zen come over you as you kind of repeat some music that's become therapeutic for you.
Phil Collins fixes everything.
Yeah. And you just take that moment to breathe in and just walk away, push away from the unsettling creeping that's happening over you as you guys continue forward.
Right. They got it on a pulley system. That's okay. That's pretty clever. Let's see.
Can I see the rope?
You can see that there kind of is a bit of a rope through the trees, but more so what you notice is that there is wires that press the branches of the trees away so that this can move through without ripping up.
Okay.
So there's a bit of a tunnel through the trees where this can safely go.
Can I just pull on the rope? Just like
The rope itself
it back?
is attached to the ghost and it's gone. Like it's like you got the rope where it is holding it up, but where you are, it's not there anymore. It was pulled away. Okay. So
what did you do, Brody? It's gone.
I don't know, but were you reading some of it? It was like saying that, I don't know. It was really weird. It was like referring to last year, guilty and missing cops, and this is freaking me out, Angel. This is freaking me out, man. This is freaking me out.
Everything freaks you out, though. It's okay. Don't worry.
Yes, we're gonna. Angel, don't get me started, bro.
Do you want to sit? It'll calm you down.
I'm gonna just
chug the whole thing.
Just pounds it back.
That was a triple. That was supposed to last me the night. What do you?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you feel that spice hit you right away.
Angel, man.
Damn.
Did you get into drinking since the last time I saw you?
Yeah.
And as you say that, you hear in the backpack just the crackles of static, your own vice as a reflection of his.
Is there a more like of a path for us to go?
Yeah, so as you work your way past these benches, you actually see that it does move off left again towards the opposite path. But as you work that way, you see that you start to approach what looks like a very small cemetery with 4 or 5 headstones. And Ransom and Jimmy, as you work your way around this bow of trees where the ghost was hanging around, and you work your way around that, moving to the right, you also see 2 or 3 headstones. And as you in tandem both breach the corner of this thing, you see each other, and a slew of headstones around you.
We won. We got here first.
Yeah,
Do you
right.
guys
see
think
the
that
paper mache
Tarzan's the
thing?
most underappreciated movie that came out this year?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, me
The
neither.
fuck, man?
The story hasn't changed in like 100 years. So like,
Yeah, it's
why
kind
go
of
to
just
the movies?
Tarzan.
I guess. It's good though. Music's great.
Can you all roll an investigation check for me?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a 5.
9.
Team 5, baby.
3.
6.
That's Jesus.
So Jimmy, as you are just like thinking happy thoughts, you're thinking back forest. You remember a forest. You remember camping. You remember a dark forest while camping, flickering. You see a foot. Thinking back, you remember seeing a whole body face down in the dirt. Was it? What was that about? And then you again see a body face down in the dirt beyond some of the tombstones, laying down directly in the mud, and you see it clear as day.
Stop your crying. It'll be all right. Just hold my hand. Hold it tight. I look again. Still there?
Still there.
Because you'll be
Reaching out to
in
hold
my
Jimmy's
heart.
hand.
Do any of us notice what he's looking at?
You just see him clenching and closing his eyes.
Oh god.
Hey, Jimbo, you okay there, buddy?
No, man. I'm not doing so good.
What's up?
What?
And when he gestures, you can see in the ambient light that there is a foot. You can see the sole of it as it is face down beyond some of these tombstones.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, it's just a prop. This is Halloween stuff.
Hey,
Right?
man.
Like don't be so freaked out about it. It's okay. And I go over and I kick the foot. Nudge it.
Does it at all resemble anything from our past?
As Brody,
did the
as
shoes
you are
match?
approaching, you see it is a bare foot, just laying face down. And as you look, you just see like black foot, like black liquid flying out from the foot. You remember black liquid all over a person face down in the mud. And as you're looking at this, you just see it's mud. It's just mud. It's not black. It's not black blood. It's just mud. And as Angel kicks it, it springs into motion. And like with animatronic limbs, flails about and starts laughing.
Jesus.
And it rolls over very badly, revealing its mouth to open and laugh again. And inside you see that there is a slip of something coiled in its teeth that don't quite touch when it laughs.
Oh.
Yeah, see, Jimmy, it's like Angel said. It's just a thing. I'm gonna go and take it out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You
cool.
begin to pull out what looks like a paper tongue almost, and it pulls out, and on it there is a slip that says, its overseeing eyes can be found where sin and men are mulling it over. And then as you let go, it curls back up into its mouth, and you see a little line pull through the trees and pull its body back face down into the dirt.
Sorry, can we get that clue one more time, please?
Its overseeing eyes can be found where sin and men are mulling it over.
Well, guys, shoot, it sounds like it's unsolvable. I guess we might have to go do something else at the festival.
Well, there's only 2 things to do, and this is one of them. So
Yeah, we should try the other one. You're right.
We're already,
No,
knee deep in this one. So
yeah. Listen, whatever Angel was having, it was it's got the juices going. I'm pretty good. We can keep going.
what do you guys think that
he just pounded my vodka
Oh,
Good.
do you have
It was
any more?
tasty.
at home.
Oh,
Does it bring a thermos full of White Russian with them?
yeah.
I was
Thought you
I
were
was
a real
planning
one,
to
but-
like sip this throughout the night, and he chugged it for some reason when I offered him a sip.
Listen, there was a flying ghost and saying that we were guilty of stuff. You know, it got to me a little bit. Okay,
Wait,
It
the
got-
ghost
Can't
said
solve
we
your
were
problems with
guilty?
alcohol, Brody. It's
No,
it's not cool,
the paper
man.
mache man. What
yeah,
was that
did you
about
guys
alcohol,
read it?
Ransom?
Oh, I don't know. You saw it. Never mind.
What?
Yeah. How did we get out of here?
So, well,
Just-
the overseeing eyes can be found where sin and men are mulling it over. Does that ring a bell? Because that sounds to me like a church or a clock tower.
Like a bar?
City Hall.
Mall?
Like, you know, I
Malling?
don't know.
Wasn't there
Malt-
like something
malt wine.
about sin on the flyer? I'm pointing at
There's a
Ransom.
spider cider shack.
Good point.
I hate to be that guy.
All right. Well,
You
maybe
gonna
we
go
head over to
drink
the Spider Cider Shack then.
You can buy sin. It's $2.
It's
Pretty
cheap.
cheap for sin.
I'm just saying, it wasn't that in the clue something about sin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Good point.
Maybe
Right.
they have some more of that vodka. stuff.
And do we have an idea as to where that might be?
Yeah, so as you kind of work your way around this ghoul thing laying down amongst the tombstones, there is just a little exit ramp beyond some of the trees, and you can work your way out where you are back onto the cobblestone ring around the founding monument. And to the far side of where you can see now, you see a big shack with a lot of like Halloween style decorations. You've got like cut sheet metal in the shape of a witch with lighting all over it. And it's got like a big steepled roof from where you are with legs of a spider coming out to like create the guiding walls for how you would get towards the desk where you would, the counter more, where you would open. It's an open shack where you would just go up to it and chat. And you can see a few people around there now. Yeah. So
Right.
as you make your way across the town square, the monument itself, as you work your way around, lit up with tons of different like Halloween lighting and a little ambient music coming out from around that area. You make your way over to the Spider Cider Shack itself, where suddenly it is more festival. Everything is a lot less dreary than it was within the trees, and you see people drinking and eating, and the smell of apple cider is everywhere and all consuming. And you see two men within wearing both the happy and sad masks from like plays. I forgot immediately what they were called, and that's gone. So you see one of them wearing happy, one of them wearing sad, like the tragedy and everything. And
Tragedy and comedy.
yes, and the sad one looks over to you and says, "Oh, what would you like?"
Can I get a large cider with cup, please?
It's because you brought your own thermos. Some people do that. Yeah, that makes sense. You can have one of ours. It's worse for the environment, but it's
isn't that
totally
what
fine.
the flyer says WC? I thought that was with cup.
Oh, that's whipped cream.
Oh shit, yeah, give
want
me
some whipped
that
cream?
one. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
there you go.
give me the large though, please.
Of course,
probably
of course.
like two.
Two for just you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that'll be $6 from you, and the rest of you, anything you would like. And as you are standing up beside the counter, you have the 8 legs kind of wrapped up around you, as if the body of the spider is somewhere beyond the shack, and they're kind of like rising up. Only the bottom 2 are touching the ground, and each of them are kind of equally spaced out, creating this like almost dome of spider legs around you. That would be a massive spider with cobwebs and everything. And anything for the rest of you? I think you're muted. Right. As you that guy takes off, the sad one, in almost exact tandem, the smiling face moves over towards you, Brody, and says, "Yes."
What is this sin that's on the pamphlet here?
Oh, I think you know. It's a little bit of the extra spicy apple cider, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's
Oh,
alcohol. It's alcohol.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I get like a triple of that and a large, please?
We're legally not allowed to do that, but if you want to if you want to buy them separately and mix it yourself, I technically am not allowed to do that. But you know what? Money's money. So. Yeah.
Can you just pour it in like the smaller cups and just give me the extra?
I just can't pour them at the same time. I know it's weird. It's got to be separate. It's a whole thing. Technically, I should hand them to each of you, so it's different drinks.
Yeah, why don't we do that? One for Ransom, one for Jimmy, one for Angel, one for me. So
okay.
I've got two. I'm good.
No, it's okay. I got you, Jimmy.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, man.
Did you want sin in yours? And he looks to you, Jimmy.
No, just the two with the whipped cream is fine.
Just the force. Okay,
here
we go.
Yeah, you know what? Put some sin.
And you see him using the small cup to just basically lay out like 5 different shots of spiced rum.
I give like $4 more to cover my extra 2 sins.
Yeah. Okay. And anything for you two, Ransom and Angel?
Yeah, it's one of those as well, please. Large with a little bit of sin.
Okay, and
sin for the Sith.
And,
I'm Darth Maul.
I got that.
Yeah,
it's a Star Wars thing. Yeah, I remember those. Man, those were good back in the day.
Yep, back in the day they were good.
Yeah. And sorry for you.
Can I get a medium with cream and sin?
Oh, of course. And he whips that all together, and there's the lineups of the extra shots, and he winks to you, Brody. He grants you everything that you like. There's more if you want it later. Technically, there's a limit to how much we're supposed to serve each person, but Brody bought a bunch of shots for other people, so figure it out.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna walk away, but holding the cider, I'm gonna take a look at the spider's legs and look up at the eyes of the spider just to see what I can see.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation check for me.
I'll do. That is a 7.
Okay. So what you notice is as you kind of follow, walking around the legs, seeing that they wrap around the shack itself, moving your way to the back side of it, you do see that the steepled roof of this thing is large, and behind it is the body of a very big paper mache spider. And towards the one side of it, you do see that there is a head, but it is pretty featureless. Though, as you look at it from underneath, you do notice that it is hollow and well within your reach, too.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to reach up there.
Okay. As you look up inside, and Brody and Angel and Jimmy, as you make your way, making your own drinks, you see Ransom reach up underneath the empty chin area of the spider's head, and inside, where Ransom, you touch something immediately wet that gives way to the pressure of your fingers. And what do you do?
I'm gonna pull my hand down and take a look, and then reach back in if it's acceptable.
So you pull that out. As you start to move your hand, you feel a bit of tension, but it does come with you. And as you pull it out, you see what is definitely just a jello covered brain, as if you just pulled the spider's brain out. And you see it is also on a bit of a tether, and a little bit of the jello comes off on your hand. And then you also notice that the 2 hemispheres of the brain open a little.
Yeah, all right. And I'm just cackle like a mad scientist a little bit, pull it open.
As Ransom pulls open the spider's brain. Yeah, staring at Jimmy.
I'm chugging my drinks.
Yeah, just bottoms.
You're reaching for Brody's. Yeah.
Get out of here.
You see written inside the brain, as if there were 2 pages of a book. You see it say, "Found within reflection, where digits make a change." And that's it. So again, that is found within reflection, where digits make a change.
I read that out to the guys fun house, mirror time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's a pretty easy one.
All right.
And Ransom, as you let go, the brain claps back together, zips back up on the tethered line, and pulls itself up. Jello everywhere as it works its way back up into what you can only assume is just an alcove of Jello inside that thing.
Smearing my makeup as I try to get the Jello off.
Yeah, you've got like mostly Darth Maul with Jello and just bare skin as well. And yeah, you guys work your way back down the cobblestone path, working off a branching path towards what you can see plainly to be a large haunted house, mostly built for the event. It is seemingly like a large house, but thin and narrow and winding in many places. And you could tell that it is definitely not an actual house, but it has been strictly built for this purpose.
Like a good facade.
Yeah, a good facade with a whole bunch of wonky stuff beyond that. And as you pull up, you just see a person run up out of the house and panting for a second. Welcome to the House of Mirrors. Nah, shit. No, it's the welcome to the haunted fun house of mirrors and horror.
Thanks.
Have you been here before? Have you gone through it tonight?
Nope.
No, are you okay, buddy?
Well, okay. To be honest, I don't do this. I'm just volunteering. The other guy, he does this kind of thing every year. Not me. I got pulled in like literally an hour ago, and I'm just letting people through this thing, and I don't know how it works, and nobody else really knows because the main guy's gone, and he does all this. So,
where's the main guy?
Well, the guy that runs this thing. Not me. Someone else built it, and they know how to do all this stuff. So
where is he though?
I don't know. He just left me here. This is crazy. I don't know.
Oh fuck, guys!
He's gone missing on a spooky night.
Guys, he's probably
that's
out
so
front of the
funny,
Spider
man.
Cider Shack getting some of the drink. It's all right.
Yeah,
Yo, this shit is
We'll be late.
awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, man.
the
What's
shack's
your
pretty-
name again?
Oh, I'm John.
John, is
Yep.
the guy dead? Do you know?
No, he's not. No, he's not dead. He's probably just late. It's a very hectic
okay.
time. Him and his team, they built
that was
this
my
thing.
second guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
no, it's totally
cool.
fine.
Maybe
you know
we
that-
leave it late next time.
What?
No, but that was my
that's
second
good.
guess.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Huh?
You want to go through the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just one moment. And he calls back and he's just like, Henry, any word from Floyd? Any word? And you just hear, no, dude. He's like, all right, fuck. All right, go on. Yeah, just remember, if it sucks, blame Floyd. That ain't me. That's all.
You
Cool.
really
Thanks,
selling
man.
this.
Cool.
All right, bye. And he runs back in, obviously chasing after the last group that he put through, making sure they don't break anything. And he's incredibly stressed out. And he goes through, and you guys are allowed to enter into the haunted funhouse of mirrors and horror.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope that guy's okay.
You really need
I should
to
have given him some of my
relax, man.
drink. Yeah, Jimmy, just keep singing your songs. Just relax a little. Good.
Man, there's only a few songs in that movie.
I'm sure you know a bunch of happy songs.
I guess we can go back to the Hercules soundtrack. Okay, yeah, man, we'll be good.
Yeah, you know, strength
I'll
and all
find
that.
my way.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
can go the distance. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Just keep it in your head, though.
Guys, it's just mirrors. It's fine.
It's a spooky mirror.
What? Shit.
It's not cool, man.
Jimmy's wound so tight. Jeez. Relax.
Yeah, man.
It's
Maybe you should have
Halloween.
some of my drink.
I had two of my own drinks. I think
Yeah,
we're good.
this is
I really
stronger.
need them to kick in. You know?
Okay. We've been through so much worse. Anyway, and I'm just gonna start walking.
Yeah. As you press into the house of horrors and mirrors, immediately, you notice that it starts off with a draping of tethers and tatters. And as you press through them, they give you this distinct feeling of wetness and weight, as if you're pushing away like wet, leathery bits of flesh or something strange, and it just messes with your senses as immediately as you push your way through this path of leathery, nasty, the light goes out completely, and you are left in a room where only the echoes of your own footsteps can be heard. And as that last flittering light goes away, you can tell that there's a hallway stretched out in front of you, where you begin to walk your way up a riveted steel platform that is making do as the floor of this place. You can hear your footsteps ringing out as you step through. The four of you tightly in tow behind one another. As you walk, you feel sometimes your foot hits the ground and the ground moves differently to react to you, either raising or lowering just a little bit, maybe a centimeter, no more than an inch. But it feels as if the floor is either helping or hurting you in your progress forward as it wiggles almost. And the walls themselves seem to move in and out as if they're breathing just a little bit. And then soon you turn through a corner and the mirrors begin. You see yourselves reflecting in every direction. But each of you, as you look at yourself, your eyes are blacked out, completely blacked out. And then suddenly the room goes dark onto just your eyes, and there's glittering lights as a replacement of your eyes. And everywhere that you go, thousands of twin dots glittering in the darkness. And the flickers, they come back on, and you're moving through a haunted mirror room again. Can you guys all make an investigation check, as suddenly the pathway forward is completely disappeared?
Wow.
I
Keep
put
doing
in
a really
real
good
effort
job.
here.
I got an 8.
So did I.
I got a 3.
Yeah, sorry, 5. If you're
5, okay. So Jimmy and Angel, you're both like trying to get your bearings. You're trying to make sense of the reflections, looking down at the base of the mirrors to see where they connect with the floor itself, trying to see which part of the floor is a reflection of another part of the floor, as Ransom and Brody confidently smash directly into their own faces as they hit some of the mirrored walls, which kind of reverberate against the pressure. Grabbing onto one another, Jimmy and Angel, you guys start feeling out instead of using your eyes. And as you guys are a bit of a train with Angel at the lead, you push yourself through this hall of mirrors, leaving frustrating fingerprints all over it that John is definitely going to panic about more later. And as you work your way through this, you actually see the rooms open up suddenly, and you see yourself in an actual ancient house as the floor beneath you is no longer steel and the room behind you flickering goes dark. Before you now, you see a very dimly lit old house. There's dark, rotten wood and a hallway before you with lined doors on either end, and at the end, staircase. What would you like to do? As it's a full wooden room, and there are just little flickering electric candle sconces on the wall.
How do they build all this?
A lot of effort, but it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
no kidding. Must have blown like a third of the town's annual budget on this.
Yeah, can you believe
Yeah,
it's
it's
actually
pretty cool.
free? Well, technically, it's only $3, but
Or $5 if you don't know how to read a flyer.
hey, we got it for free, so
Yeah.
this is cool.
So is it just a staircase at the end of the hall?
It's 3 doors, one on one side, 2 on the other, closed, and then a staircase at the end.
Yo, one of us should just open one of the doors, each.
Yeah, we should definitely try all the doors.
Yeah, all at the same time. See which one's spookier.
Oh, I bet this is gonna be like one of those classic like Scooby-Doo hallways where we go in one door and come out another.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
I
don't-
don't know if that works in real life.
No, I
think
don't
it
think
does.
so, man.
But, maybe.
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 All right. And I
Yeah.
like just walk forward and grab the first door.
Okay.
Are
Yeah,
we
it's
doing
the
them at the
third door.
same time?
There's 3
Yeah.
doors, so one of you is going to be left out.
Oh, shoot. All right,
it
yeah,
seems
you
like
guys
Jimmy's
take all
electing
the
himself.
doors.
You get the stairwell.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just-
get the stairwell.
Yeah, I'll just I'll keep an eye out.
Here, come open the door with me. Come here.
No,
We can open it at the same time.
nah.
Yeah. And as Jimmy
you don't
waits
want
at
to
the
be
stairs,
left
you have
out.
your individual knobs, and as you kind of lay out, and each of you put the hands on the knobs, you begin to feel them vibrate against you, shaking violently, as if someone is on the other side, shaking loose doorknobs.
Can I shake
Well, I
it?
hear
I'm
you
gonna shake
back
mine.
there. I just shake it back a little bit.
You shake it back, and it just continues to shake.
Does the door open at all?
If you turn the doorknob, you feel immediately the shaking goes away, and you press open the door. And before you, whoever opens the doors, the three of you, I assume, you press open the doorways. And Angel, you see what looks like a small little library, very quaint, dark, dust everywhere, cobwebs up against an armchair, against the side of the lamp over it, ancient books and scrawls and things lined up against the way. For a split second, you see a small boy with dark hair in the corner looking at you and saying, "You forgot my message." And then the light goes out. And Angel, your door begins to creak its way closed. As Brody, in your room, you just see inside for a moment, the room's lights all go red, an incredibly bright red that it splashes out into the hallway, and all of you see it too. Jimmy and Angel, everything goes completely red. And a facsimile of fire flickers as the red and orange lights begin to flame. And for a split second, you swear you see a hand with dark skin pull under a chair in the room and disappear under the floorboards as that door begins to shut. And Ransom, as you look into yours, you just see a painting, like the old painting of the farmers, the Victorian farmers, the man with the pitchfork and the woman looking at you disappointedly. Both began to shake their head as the painting swirls and the oil paint of it begins to become wetter instead of dried and begins to melt. And you see them begin to stretch and move out of the painting as if it is a doorway, and your door slowly begins to shut.
Got nothing on my parents. I hated that.
And then simultaneously the door snaps shut and a light goes on by the stairs.
Oh, that kid was creepy.
You had a kid? I had a melting painting.
Oh,
I had fire. Somebody going underneath those floorboards. Spooky.
Jimmy, what'd you get? Nah, I'm just kidding.
he gets to take.
I think I kind of got all three, and that honestly might have been worse.
Here, you can go first, Jimmy. You can
Nah.
go first, yeah.
Hands on the back of his shoulders.
Yeah, as everyone piles in behind Jimmy, pushing him up forward. Jimmy, to your delight, you only have to walk up a few steps before it turns off to the left, and there's just a few more steps, and then a metal door is in front of you.
Okay.
It's got a push bar on it.
Yep.
And around under the crack of it, you see bright light. And you know this room is not dark and creepy as the other ones were.
All right, I kick the push bar as hard as I can to open the door.
He heels back, leaning on you guys.
Yeah, just like
You kick flies open. What you see before you is a room with white tiling flooring, stainless steel walls. You see beakers and all sorts of scientific equipment. You see an ancient computer, giant, and across the backside of the room, and a dark green paint with most of it stripped away. You see a few computers on a desk and Bunsen burners and boiling and fog machines and all these things. Off to towards the right center of the room, you see a mannequin dressed as a scientist with an expression frozen in shock as they are leaned backwards with their hands out in front of them, wearing glasses and a lab coat. And one of the computers on the opposite far side of the wall is just a brilliant bright white screen with nothing on it, and the others just flicker around almost uselessly. And in the room around you, again, just the white flooring, stainless steel, and just the things of science and computers and the scientist.
They don't really have a clear theme for this house, but we got to look for something with changing digits, if I remember correctly. I start moving towards the computer bank.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ransom and Angel move towards the computers. Would you be the large OG computer, the massive green?
That would be my first bet.
Okay, and then there's a row of computer monitors off to the side of that. Jimmy and Brody, what would you be looking at?
I'll follow Brody's lead on this. I think. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
Brody,
gonna go look at the scientist.
the scientist. Okay,
Yeah.
can
And then as he's like looking afraid, I'm just gonna go boo.
can you each roll investigation then for me?
Absolutely.
All of us.
Yeah,
That's a 5.
or help out if you think you'd be more effective helping your partner with what they're investigating.
I've got an 8.
That's a 6.
Our rolls are amazing tonight.
We're just warming up, you know.
Yeah.
Who got the 8s?
Me.
Jimmy.
Oh, you can't tell. I'm raising my hands.
Yeah, it's blotting it out. So each group gets an 8. So Jimmy, you going with Brody, looking at the scientist. As you begin to look it over, you notice that in his hand there is a small flashlight, and as you kind of like pat down like just the pockets and like whatever the thing is, you can kind of see it's just a mannequin and it moves under the pressure of you, almost wobbling, almost falling over for a second. And then you also see that his glasses have a purplish tint to the lenses. And Ransom and Angel, you got Ransom, you got an 8 as well. As you guys make your way towards the computers, you do see that the large old computer itself is mainly just kind of doing like this whirring, clunking thing. But you see that all the numbers on its pads and data strips, like its punch cards and everything, are scratched out. And that on the computers to the side of it, that their keyboards are slightly glistening. And one of those screens is bright white, completely bright white, maximum brightness, and the others are flickering. And
Can I put on the scientist glasses if I take them off carefully? Put
yeah,
them on my face?
yeah. As you start to take them off, the first thing you notice is that the scientist expression grows in shock. Like it really, without the glasses on, you can see the eyes of it, and worse, you can see that the pupils are like TV static and actually moving. And as you take off the glasses and put them on, you see that everything has like a very cool, dark, almost sunglass-like hue to it, where the colors all kind of shift a little bit. And as you look around the room, you notice that the bright white computer display is visible.
Oh.
And there is a password box open on the screen.
So, these glasses let me see that on the computer screen I can enter a password. I think we
Alright,
just need to figure out what the password is.
Okay. Is there anything else on the scientist?
There's a flashlight.
Do you want
I'm
to?
gonna grab the
Pass it?
flashlight.
Okay. Yeah, Brody, you
Oh,
grab the
I'll throw it to
flashlight.
Angel.
He throws Angel the flashlight. And what do you do?
Well, I just like start shining it over stuff. Is it like a normal flashlight or does it look like a black light?
You notice that it actually, similar to those pens that had 3 different colors of ink that you can click down, it has 3 different buttons that are along the side of it. Clicking the first, normal flashlight. You click the second, it goes into a strobe mode, and you click the third, and it's a black light.
Okay. Well, I start with the normal light and go over the keyboards because they were looking weird.
Okay, yeah, you shine the regular light over the keyboards, and you notice that they do reflect back brightly. Like there does seem to be something wrong with the keyboards or changed about them, and some of them are completely matte as you look around, and then go back to the one with the bright screen, and the keyboard is just glistening a little.
Okay, then I switch to the black light.
You switch to the black light, and Jimmy, you see through the glasses lighting up, and the rest of you see, but very, very faintly, that there is a purplish glow on some of the keys here. But Jimmy, to you, through the glasses, they are brilliant and bright. And you see that some of the keys are painted over on the keyboard itself. And I can get you those.
There's a picture.
That's good, guys. Some of the keys are painted over. Just keep the flashlight on there, Angel.
No problem.
Keep it steady.
Okay, I will just send you guys the keys as I start to read them out, so I don't have to You keep words in your mind, but you see the letters I, H, P, C, S, and W lit up with the purple paint.
Wichita.
No,
Oh,
switch.
shit, that doesn't make sense. Switch?
Yeah.
You sure it's not witches without the E?
But is there anything weird about the E key?
There is something weird about it. It's not purple like the others.
Oh, spooky.
Fine, I'll try. I'll listen to the group. I'll write in switch.
Okay. As you type in switch, SWITCH, enter. You hit enter, and you see that the password screen goes green, and the screen for all of you goes brilliant green, and the whole room lights up an impossibly bright green as the lights around you all turn green. And then they start to flicker and warble, and then blue, and then red, and then blue, and then red, and then blue, and then red. Everything is completely red as the side wall where the ancient computer is just beyond it, the wall begins to waver and slides away, revealing a face, a brilliant red fleshy face with teeth, eyes, snarling at you as it begins to look at you and then crumples inward on itself. And below where its mouth was, you now see a giant fleshy tunnel leading outward into a beam of light beyond. And on closer inspection, you notice that this is a very nicely painted but very poorly constructed wooden ramp that would lead back down somewhere into a lit area where the walls and floor are made to look a little like flesh.
As the computer screens were flashing red and blue, I dived underneath the desk, thinking that it's the cops, and I'm like, I didn't do it! I didn't do it! I didn't do it!
You want to roll keep cool for me?
Sure. That's 8.
Okay. You feel, as you know, things calm down. Strangely enough, the demonic weird face with the teeth and everything that crumpled in on itself like an accordion opening in the middle was more calming than the idea of police storming the room. And the tongue and meat tunnel before you welcomes you on.
So
Okay.
I gotta dust myself off. Sorry about that. I kind of lost my cool there.
Honestly, man, I get it.
Is there anything else on the screen?
There's nothing else on the screen.
I'm gonna go put the sunglasses back on the scientist. Keep up the good work, man.
I'll put the flashlight back.
And as you do that, you see a little side door that was between some of the computers open up, and the computer itself swings off. And you see John like, thanks, just watching from on the other side there. I was about to tell you to put that back, but next people are coming, so thank you.
Yeah, no worries, John. Keep it up, man.
Thanks for breaking immersion.
Do you know where the clue is?
It's in the hall. I mean, you'll find it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
He's trying his best, I guess.
And as you guys kind of make your way towards the hall, you can actually see painted along one of the walls in black paint. It says, between tails under ancient stone, a round of metal lifted. Dry throat. Between tails under ancient stone, a round of metal lifted high reveals the bones. And also, as you're reading this, you can work your way down, and I'll send you the riddle, and you can work your way down what is quite obviously just a wooden ramp. It is very giving under your footsteps as you make your way down back out into the street, where you stumble into a man who's just wild graying hair, looks back at you guys, adjusts his glasses, and says, did you like it in there? All the effects I work with. I do Floyd? No, I'm not Floyd. Floyd didn't even show up. I don't know, but I do all the mechanical stuff. I do all the computer stuff. It's pretty exciting.
That's awesome.
It was great. I love the Doc Brown outfit.
Okay, wasn't what I was going for, but now I feel like a hack. Cool. I was really trying to go for no, it's cool. I love the movie. usually it's very old school effects and everything, but I'm pushing, we're pushing Snowcatch, kicking and screaming into the future with all this mechanical stuff this year. So hopefully it was pretty good.
It was great.
That's
Very
great.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Okay. I got to rework it. Maybe I had some subconscious bias. I didn't realize.
I think it's just them, man. I don't think that's not the vibe I got.
Okay. All right. Well,
I didn't go 88
that.
miles per hour a single time, That's
right?
not the same.
Okay.
Pretty sure your heartbeat did.
Oh, well, that's kind of low, actually, but that's good for you if you got that.
Yeah. No, I really kept it together in there, man. Yeah.
So speaking of Floyd, he did all of this and didn't even show up.
Yeah, he's kind of like our boss, as far as getting the Halloween stuff, at least the haunted house side of things going. But I don't know. The rest of us can keep the ship moving pretty good. He's usually the door guy, though. So I don't know. Hopefully John's doing all right. I've heard a bit of screaming inside, so I don't know.
He's doing all right. Is Floyd usually like a flake like this, or?
Oh no, definitely not. No, he loves this stuff. He kind of, I've got a bit of an in with town government. We've pushed for this Halloween thing to become so much more of an event. Usually it was just a few little things, little attractions, candy throughout the week, but we really wanted to build it out, and we're real proud of it. So hopefully you guys liked it, and hopefully John didn't make it a bad experience for you.
No, he was great.
He was great. You're great. It's all great, man.
Yeah, awesome. That is
He's
good
a
to
natural.
Hear. That's very good to hear. So, all right. Hopefully, stay in school. Specifically, if you guys got computer classes, you should take that kind of thing. That's the future, man. So it's pretty.
Assuming computers still work in a couple months.
Oh, come on,
that's
again.
Well, hey, man, you never know, right? Like, might send us back to the Stone Age, man.
Oh, that would be a bad time, let me tell you.
We're not gonna forget how to make tools all of a sudden.
No, just everything with electronics won't work.
Yeah, imagine you can't use the internet. That's crazy to me. I don't know.
Yeah, airplanes falling out of the sky. Do you know how many of them are up there? Might even land a Snowcatch.
Is my radio gonna work in my car? These are the things I'm worried about.
Yeah, not a lot of actual computers in that, not to this degree. The worries are more computer side, database side, but it's fine. You'll learn about it. Take those classes, obviously, because that's the future.
Next year, just an idea, just do a whole complete technology goes away type of vibe. I think it'd be super cool.
I feel like a lot of the old folks would love that. They'd be, I don't know if you guys saw it, but there's been some protests on down, not during Halloween. They got their respect, I guess, but there've been a lot of protests in the last week about this whole end of the world at the, Y2K shit. So people would love that.
How can you protest the end of the world? That doesn't even make sense. That wouldn't stop it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, they're like, oh, we're too dependent on computers or whatever. So, but... Like for what? For like listening, so I don't have to buy a newspaper? That's how bad? I don't know. That's fine.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I got to go and reset everything in there. So
take it easy.
Good luck. Bye.
Thanks, man.
And he takes up the tongue ramp into the room, and you see him reset the password and everything on the computers and do all that stuff, and then sneak back out as you guys kind of avoid.
Did anybody get that guy's name?
Henry?
Was it? I honestly don't know, man. I want to shout them out on the radio tomorrow. This thing was real cool.
I'm sure if there's a Henry in town, it wouldn't be a complete lie.
I'll workshop it, man. Thanks. I'll figure it out.
Just make sure you shout out John. He was fantastic.
Absolutely, I know John for sure. Yeah.
You should call him in your show.
No. No, there's a lot of things, honestly, man. I know you don't work in radio. There's a lot of things about what you just said that don't work. I don't know his last name. Don't have his phone number. There's a lot of things that'll go wrong with everything you just said, man.
Yeah, it's
just call all the Johns in the phone book. It'll be fun.
The phone book's listed like alphabetically by last name, right? Like I can't.
Yeah, you can still find. Yeah, I'll help you.
You should probably just have some more cider, man.
No,
some more
I'm
sin in
definitely
you.
gonna
or
go. I'm
some
definitely
less
gonna go back.
cider.
Also, yeah, man, like, you gotta go one way or the other. That's for
Cup
sure.
4.
I have this cup. No.
So
Do-
we got one more clue, right?
Yeah.
So it's between tales, under ancient stone, a round of metal lifted high reveals the bones. So is that like between stops on the town tour? It sounds like a sewer lid or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, but
A round of metal or a
Maybe that's
shield.
where. Maybe it's Ninja Turtles, man.
maybe.
Just saying.
Don't know what that has to do with Halloween, but also, yeah,
I mean,
Could be.
they're turtle people. What? That has everything to do with Halloween, man.
So, do we need to go to town hall?
I think we do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
man.
stop by the Spider Cider Shack on my way.
Yeah, you guys stop by for refills.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their sin, whipped cream optional.
I'm not gonna
sin-
have any sin. I have to drive.
No,
later.
okay, just holding off.
I got
That's fair. Yeah, that
I'll-
is,
I'll
that is
take
responsible. Yeah, Brody's doubling
I'm
up.
not buying it. You can just buy more. I'm not buying you one though.
No, did you? He has to pour one for each of us.
Okay, but you're
Pour
paying
one-
for
pour
it,
one for
right?
Jimmy, I'll pay him. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
Brody
go.
hands him money, hands it to Jimmy. Jimmy hands it back to Brody.
Yeah.
And the law's been circumvented. And you guys make your way towards the town hall building itself, where you see a woman in kind of like almost peasant garb with the whole like bonnet and shawl with a walking stick with a light on it. She's gathering together some people. You see a crowd of maybe 6 or 7 already there. And she says, the next tour will begin in 1 minute. If you could please hurry. 15 is the limit. And you start to see a few more people pile in. Now there's about 9 as you rush towards the haunted tours and get into the crowd.
I'm gonna
Within a
push-
moment. What's that? You
I'm
push
gonna
somebody?
push somebody, yeah. Just to make sure we're 15. Get out of here, kid.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
You just turn like, sorry, ride's full.
I'm so sorry about him.
And they just kind of like
Turn
weirdly look
around.
off, and one of them's like, Misa disappointed. And walks away.
I no longer feel bad about this.
I hate this. I'm gonna get out of here.
And yeah, so you're in a crowd of about a dozen or so, and then suddenly the woman collapses the walking stick, and the light turns on, and she you see it kind of light up her face a little bit, almost like campfire spooky a little bit. And she says, is everyone ready to go into the town hall's haunted tour? If you are scared of ghost stories or ancient pasts, then please exit the ride on your left.
All right.
Grab Jimmy by the shoulder.
God
Come on.
damn
And she begins to lead the crowd, Ransom pulling Jimmy in tow.
What she said, man.
She begins to work her way up through the main gate and up to the stairs where the double doors are thrown aside, which is normally this is like just a town hall lobby, but they upped the spooky factor. While it is a very old building, they've just kind of like they stopped dusting. They've done the whole cobwebs. The lighting is down real low, and you can just see the ancient stone for what it is, and all the modern upgrades of it kind of fall away to the background as you work your way into a large opening of basically what was at some point an old stone fort, a chandelier dimly lit above, and she begins to talk about many know the ancient history of Snowcatch Valley. For us, seemingly maybe not as ancient as some believe. Snowcatch Valley originally began to grow with the 1859 gold rush. People from all around the area traveled in droves to chase the idea of a rich future. The mountains here were said to be filled with gold and silver and jewels. And so from all over, people came to this idyllic place in search of riches. And she begins to like lead everyone through what is a bit of like a mural and vignette of quick paintings along the wall that are generally always here. This is like a big part of Snowcatch's history. where you see the paintings of large caravans of people making their way through the old unpopulated forests and dusty roads and the frontier towns of what this area used to be. And you see the signs of prosper and the wishes for gold and like almost old art style of pulling people to Snowcatch for this will be the new center of America, tales of riches and propaganda basically to get people to move and support this growing frontier town. And as you guys work your way up through a spiral staircase that takes you up to a second floor, you work your way down one of the rooms where she opens it up, and inside you see a lot of like pioneering type things and a lot of gold mining equipment kind of all over the room. And there is a facsimile of a man with a pickaxe striking at a very small rock with a little bit of gold in it. And she begins to talk about, for a long time, people began to dig under the mountains of Snowcatch Valley, looking for riches, regardless of the dangers that presented them. And she snaps her stick, and some rocks fall down from the ceiling, and you could very evidently tell that these are just foam as they kind of bounce around, and the light in the room goes out. But many of these miners did not make the riches. They did not make it much into the caves below the mountains at all. These were very harsh conditions, and many had to buy their own supporting beams as they worked their way deep into the mountains, lest they be crushed and crumbled under their very own work. And that door begins to close. And then she leads the group on again. And as you kind of begin to walk, she stops on a dime, and the people closest to her bump into her a little bit, and less so as they reaches to the back of you. And you see for a split second a full-on ghost whip across from one doorway to the next, sliding, illuminated and bright. And for a very split second, as it works its way out of that door, its face pins onto all of you as its body continues, and then it's pulled away into the other room, and those doors shut. And she continues as if she saw nothing. Some say that these halls are haunted. Some say that they are cursed. Some say that there is something wrong with Snowcatch entirely. And she snaps her stick against the ground, and the lights dim even more into a bit of a reddish hue. And on the sides of the walls, you see the lighting that miners would use in the coals, where there is torches with lines that hold them up onto the walls with chains. And you can see that these are like makeshift sconces that would also have a lantern that would keep it safe for burning any fumes that might be released while you were down here. And you see all these ancient technology by today's standards kind of lining the walls as the walls begin to narrow in on you. And you open up into a bit of a room where she goes on to say, many who know of Snowcatch's history would know that the gold rush ended almost as quickly as it began, when the death of 58 miners in an incredibly dangerous collapse as all of the tunnels beneath the mountain simultaneously shattered. All of the support beams turned to dust, all of the lights went dark, and 58 were never seen again. And at that, all the lights go out, and you see the hallway in front of you, one by one, ghost, face coming in from the side, swinging. And when there's so many in the room, you can kind of see that these are panels of plastic or maybe glass with light shining up at them. But these 58 or so faces hang in the hallway in front of you before they're pulled up back into the ceiling. And she continues as if she didn't see any of them, and works into a small room and says, some say that Snowcatch is still haunted by these 58 souls. Others say the souls never escaped those caves. But we do know that the gold rush was a lie, and while some made their money and some made their fortunes in some of the silvers that was discovered there, the gold rush never brought the prosperity that we thought it would be. But still, this place became what it is for the people that traveled here and the people that settled here and the people that grew and made families here, some surviving those caves and those 58 forever forgotten. And then she begins to move forward to another staircase. Can you each roll an investigation check for me?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Can I also roll a stealth check?
Sure.
Or do the investigate first?
I get the level
That's
up.
an 8 for me for investigate.
Okay. Level up. Angel, is that at XP as well?
Yeah, it's next B.
Okay. So Jimmy, you got 7?
7.
And Brody, did you? What was your investigate?
It was
Or
an
are
8.
you not? It was an 8. I thought
I'm
you
going to
stealth.
investigate, but I also rolled a stealth and I failed the stealth.
Oh, I see. Okay. So what were you attempting to stealth?
I was going to try to scare Jimmy.
Oh, okay. You see, he's like going up to do the boo thing against, but you're like straight up looking at him when he turns to leave.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we don't need to do that. It's all good, you know.
No, it would have been funny. Come on.
I see where you're coming from, but just you're not good
I'll
at that,
try-
man. I don't know if you
I'll try to
noticed.
get Ransom.
Unless things have changed, none of us are good at sneaking. We're all really bad at it.
No, I'm still
Yeah,
pretty
I'll get it.
terrible.
I'll get it though. I'll get it.
All right, man. Yeah, you will. I believe in you.
And as you're talking, you see over Brody's shoulder that there is quite clearly it's a bit of a dim room, but even in the dimness, you can see that there is quite clearly a metal ring on a hatch on the floor, with a crate kind of obscuring it, but not really. Like pretty obviously still in view. Yeah.
Hey guys, I think the round of metal lifted high is
Nice.
over that way.
Yeah, go do it. I'm sorry, I was looking at all these ghost bullies.
Okay, yeah, well, just come on over and we can just do it, man. Doesn't
I
have to be a
gotcha.
one person thing. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just go together as friends. I'll go over and I'll lift the hatch.
Yeah, so I guess, Angel, you move the crate off the corner of it a little bit, and Jimmy, you begin to lift up the hatch, and you feel the sound of a chain kind of clanking as it begins to open maybe a foot or so, and then it stops. But within, you can see that there is just chain kind of keeping it closed, but there's some give, and it just feels like the loops of the chain are caught. And you kind of begin to wiggle it, and you can see the chain starts to become more loose, and you're able to move it, but it is definitely caught on something.
Hey, Angel, or someone reach their hand down there and like get the chain. It's like caught on something, man. I can't open it.
Oh, yeah, no worries. And is it like pitch black inside?
Oh yeah, totally dark.
All right. Well, I grab the chain and then just feel my way down until hopefully I find where it's caught on.
Yeah, you kind of reach down into the hole and with both hands start like reeling it up, and then you start to feel like that it gets caught again, and there's like this tension where it's like starting to turn, moving against you a little bit, and then snap with a pull. You see a padlock come up, and it is definitely unlocked against this chain, and then you can tell that when you pulled it up, there was a sound of scraping wood as well.
Okay. Yeah, it said we had to lift it on high, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It also said under ancient stone. Do we feel like there's probably, I don't think there's any stone here. We might have, this is probably the wrong one. We should let's just close
Jimmy,
it.
just stand up, buddy.
All right,
You
man.
got this.
Is the thing still catching on anything?
No, it's free to move now. The trap door is pretty heavy, to be honest, but aside from that, no, it's free to move.
Come on.
I'm just lifting up the chain then.
Yeah, you lift the chain out, and Ransom, you let the ghosts hanging up there be, and move your way over. You guys push open the trap door.
Team car guys, let's go.
Yeah. with absolute comfort. Yeah, Ransom pushes, and the door swings back until it clicks against its own hinge, loudly ringing out into the room, and you can barely faintly hear the woman's narration continuing up the curled staircase above. And what would you like to do?
I'll look down into the this trap door.
Yeah, it is as
Can I,
dark
like-
as black is.
Can I like push him, but not really push him? Just do like that.
You give him a little
And
start.
come on, that's not cool. You get injured that way. Oh yeah, that's funny. Hey, the cops are here.
Hilarious.
And at that moment,
I'm
Brody,
gonna jump in the
your
hole.
radio crackles. Okay. Yeah, Brody. Ransom says the cops are here. Your radio begins to crackle in your ear as you jump down into the hole. Immediately, your foot catches something, and you feel the sound of scraping wood. And then suddenly, as you're falling, your knee hits something, and you can feel it on your shins that you are falling down wooden stairs as the sound of the radio crackles out around you, and you fall. Can you roll a keep cool for me?
Yeah.
Thump, 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 thump,
I keep
thump.
rolling 5s. What is this? It's a 6.
That's experience is what that is. You hit the ground hard, and you all hear it ringing out as he crashes down the stairs and hits stone, and you hear it ring out. And down worse than that, Brody, you hear the sound of something metal and plastic hit the stone and slide away from you, and the sound of static gets quieter and quieter as your radio slips away, crashing into the ground, into the hallway beyond.
All you guys hear is shit. As I crawl in.
Can we see Brody?
Further.
You see him for the first few seconds, and then he stumbles down the stairs into the darkness.
Ransom, why'd you do that?
But I didn't do that.
I pull out my lighter to see if I can see the ground.
Yeah, you turn on your lighter. You can immediately see that it's about 11 steps, wooden
that's a lot of
steps
steps.
down. So for Brody's body having failed to keep cool, you do take a harm. If there was psychic damage, you would have taken that too, knowing your radio hit the ground real hard, and there's potentially cops on your trail. But yeah, you can see that the steps are down there, and you can see the faint silhouette of what you assume is Brody moving around down there.
Are you okay, Brody?
Shut up. It's gonna try to listen to the crackle.
I was kidding about the cops.
Shut up, Ransom. I'm listening. Do I hear a crackle?
And they start making my way down.
Yeah, Angel, your feet hit the wooden steps and they begin to creak. Brody listening in the dark. You do hear a very faint crackle, but from the sound of it seems like it's 20, 30 feet away from you. This hallway is long.
I'm gonna crawl my way. Just feeling my way. Trying to feel for it.
As Angel makes his way down, Ransom, Jimmy, are you following?
Yeah, I'm following.
Get down here, Ransom. This is your fault.
I got an idea, and I take the lid from Jimmy, and I pull it off to the side, and just set the crate on top of it, just in case. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
You're pressing the crate against the opened hatch.
Yeah, basically, exactly that. To try and keep it up.
Okay, so the hatch left open, so no shenanigans happen. You set the chain to the side as well, and you begin to move your way down. Brody, crawling forward in the dark, you just hear behind you the sound of 6 feet coming down the creaky wooden stairs, and as you're crawling forward, you hear that sound of radio static picking up, and then you hear the sound of a voice coming through the radio, but whatever it says, it can't be heard at this distance, and you begin to crawl your way forward. But Angel, you come with light. Eventually you see Brody on all fours, very slowly crawling like a man looking for his glasses.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find my radio.
Okay, stand up.
Somebody's saying something. I can't stand up. I can't see. Oh, I noticed the light. Oh. Okay.
Bit of a dim light.
I'm going to stand up and just kind of whisper, the police aren't up there, are they?
No one's looking for us.
You don't know that. You know
Yes.
when
I
the scariest moment is when the police don't say anything about anything. That's when they're really onto something. And they haven't said anything in months. So they must be onto something.
Or there's no investigation. Just relax.
A police officer died Why would there be no
Brody,
investigation?
you got to take like a melatonin or something, buddy. You need some sleep.
Is this what I seem like to you guys about the whole monster thing?
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh no.
You two have had like a rough year.
Yeah. Admittedly, man, it's not been that great.
Listen. I've watched a lot of Dateline, okay? And technology is evolving so quickly. Our fingerprints were all over that house. It's 3 more years, man. 3 more years, and they'll be able to test that shit.
And as Brody says that, Angel, you remember Chuck's house. You remember a medicine cabinet. You remember how you forgot that medicine cabinet, how you had to go back on a second attempt and wipe down all the things you touched. And you guys all remember almost in unison the feeling of a heavy body falling from a shed, wrapping it in a tarp, throwing it over a fence, loading it into Brody's van, driving it out to the lake, asking someone, not a person, to drink Angel's blood and carry it into the water, into the river that leads beneath the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many times I clean the back of that van every weekend? I can't get caught, man. I'm almost pro. I can make pro. My whole life would be ruined.
We didn't do anything wrong.
I also don't know if you can make pro without watching Mighty Ducks, man. That's kind of like a rite of
No,
passage.
that's pretty much required.
Yeah.
Listen, I will watch it when I'm
Okay.
almost there, okay?
I'm just trying to look out for your best interest, man. That's all.
Listen,
Like,
I'm just saying.
you need to chill with the police radio.
No.
And it crackles as you guys all begin to draw near. And with your light, Angel, Brody, you are able to pick out that very faint red LED on the radio itself. And then the entire radio as you guys approach, and it is just crackling, doing its scan, but not picking up any signals in particular. But then you notice with the light that it is casting a shadow around a corner, and that this hallway continues. And that there is also a second source of dim light coming from around that corner.
Well, maybe the bones or whatever we're looking for in the next section.
Yeah, although this is kind of creepy. I can't believe that they allow people to do this for a scavenger hunt. Like, do you think their insurance is going to cover this?
No,
It is
probably.
It just seems irresponsible.
It also seems like we're potentially like the only people that came here, unless they like move that crate back each time. Like the door was blocked.
Yeah.
It just
Oh,
it just kind of seems weird that all 3 clues were very obvious, and this one just isn't very obvious. It's not part of the whole.
Pretty
shindig,
obvious
you know?
to me, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's probably fine. It's
Yeah, but having to lift a heavy crate, like the other ones were easy. You have to take off glasses, like okay. A ghost flying in the air, okay, like simple. The spider. Now having to lift a heavy crate, like what if a child was looking for the rest of the ghosts? They wouldn't be able to do it.
It's the last clue, right? For like a grand prize. So they
Wasn't there like cash prizes or something? Like monetary value, they said.
Guys, we're gonna get some cash money.
There could be an HMV gift card in this.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
I love me some HMV, let me tell you.
But we got to drive to the next town over, and anyway,
Let's just find the last clue and
Yeah.
then tell Maurice.
let's do it. Yeah, start walking forward.
Yeah, you press forward, turning that corner. You start to notice a bit of a flickering light at a distance as you find yourself at a 90-degree cut in what would be a stretch of path before another right-hand turn, wherever this original source of light is coming from. And as you're stepping forward, you're noticing that this place is definitely very cobwebby and very dusty. And as you're pressing through with Angel's light, you find that you're leaving footprints in the dust and brushing away what is definitely real cobwebs. And as you kind of turn around the corner, you begin to see small windows looking out over everything, over the festival itself. You see a hay maze in the distance with enough height to maybe see some of the people inside. Ransom, you see two eyes staring back at you from within the hay maze, glittering incredibly brightly with a completely dark face. And you blink and it's gone. And the rest of you see a awesome festival. You see the monument of a city down there with bat wings for a split second, but just for a split second.
Can I ask a question? Mm-hmm. When we came in, were we on the main floor of this?
Initially, you walked
hall?
into the main floor, into the lobby. You went up some spiral staircases through some rooms. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're up pretty high right now. Maybe like 80 feet, kind of. Seeing well above all the festivities. And then to your right, you see a board, and you see photos on the board. You see notes. You see old yarn, yellowed and dusty and caked over. You see the pictures of black and white photos of faces of people, question marks scrawled over it in charcoal. And then Brody, your radio lights up and the station tunes into a sound of a voice that says, "We checked the Frank's location. He's not there. It was just a quick check. We had a call that someone was missing out of the ordinary, and we've looked into it, and they're not there. So no signs of break and entering, no foul play suspected here, but they are definitely not where they are, not in their home and not where they're supposed to be. So we're just going to wrap this in, bring it in, and we'll leave a note here for them to call us if they find anything." And you hear on the other end someone at the station reply, "That sounds all great. Just hurry on back. We have a second call, if you don't mind. Just a quick wellness check, and that'll be it." And then you hear the crackling fade away. What do you do?
Can I see the pictures on this board? Is it anybody that we know?
You start to move towards the board. Is there anything the rest of you are doing as well?
I'm like looking around to make sure we're alone.
Okay. What does that look like? You've hit kind of the end. In front of this board, you do see a very old chair covered in dust. You see a burlap sack curled up behind it. And this is the end of this pathway. Beyond it, you see the windows, and outside you see the pokes of horns and ears. And when you look up, you see stone gargoyles and grotesques and everything at the bottom of each of these windows overlooking the town. But as far as this direction, you're at the end of the line.
So is this just like a chair, this like corkboard or this photo board? And you said there was a source of light. Where is that?
There's just behind you a very sorry, it's not behind you. It is the windows themselves. It is the festivities lights and everything. But behind you there is a sconce unlit, with no flame there.
It's a old school flame style. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my back to the windows and watch for down the hall to see if anybody else comes this way. Okay. And I will also look up and around to make sure there's like nothing on the fucking ceilings.
Yeah. You start looking up, and Angel raises Angel, you've got your lighter, so you can raise it up or whatever, and you can see up into the rafters. It does spread about 15 feet in the air around you guys, and it is mostly just darkness and cobwebs. You don't see anything else up there.
Okay.
Brody, roll investigation for me.
Yes, sir.
And Jimmy as well.
Yep.
So I want to take a look like outside the window and see what I can see.
Yeah. Okay. Roll investigate as well.
I got an 8.
I guess I'll help Brody see if there's anything to do with the photos and yarn or whatever.
Sure.
Do I have to roll a help action?
Yeah. If you have a non-negative value in investigate, you can roll to help out.
Sure.
That is a fail for me.
Snake eyes.
Ooh, Jesus. All right, a lot of XP. Did anyone succeed on what they were doing?
Does 8 count as a success? Yeah.
Mixed, yeah. And Brody, your investigate?
I failed a 5, 6.
Yeah. So honestly, yeah, you look at the board and it just looks old. You do see a lot of photographs. Some of them are kind of modern. You see one Polaroid there, but it's a bad picture, very hazy, a finger's covering most of it. And Jimmy, you hear a creak, an absolute creak in the wood, and you begin to move your way to that corner. But before you can even turn the corner, you all hear a voice ring out and says, "Hello."
Nope. Nope. I get behind my friends. Nope.
Is anyone down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it sound far?
It sounds as if it's ringing from around two corners and on a flight of stairs. And then you hear the footsteps come down the stairs loudly and hit stone and say, "You're not supposed to be down here." And with that, we're going to end the episode real quick. And we'll have to pick up next time because we are at our time limit here. So thank you, everybody. This is Snowcatch Valley, the fall of 99. You have seen Ransom, Jimmy, Brody, and Angel. It's been 1 year since the events of the previous campaign. So if you haven't seen that, you can still catch up. There's no real spoilers in this one, just a couple of hints towards some stuff that happens there. But we're the casual ones. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays too. We also do Extra Life occasionally, so try and catch that when you can. But that's it from us, everybody. So thank you. Catch you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
See you next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.